A lot of Christian men actually aren't afraid of being single. They're afraid they'll finally get married and then nothing happens in the bedroom. Years go by, no desire, no touch, just roommates with Bible verses. If that fear is even in the back of your head, stay with me. We're gonna give you 3 lies to watch out for and 3 questions to ask that almost guarantee that you don't wake up in a dead, sexless Christian marriage. So be sure to stay tuned to the very end. Hey, I'm Theo.
And I'm Anna. Women don't want a dead bedroom either. No wife wants to feel like her husband is quietly resenting her body for the next 40 years.
When I was single, I wasn't just praying for a godly wife. My clients are low-key terrified of ending up in a marriage where they're spiritually committed but physically checked out. And you've heard all the stories. We weren't physically attracted to each other, but God just worked it out. Meanwhile, a huge chunk of marriages quietly become low sex or sexless. Nobody talks about it in church until someone cheats or quietly dies inside. Today, we're gonna talk about 3 lies that almost guarantee a dead bedroom and 3 questions to ask to avoid that. Let's start with the 3 lies that almost guarantee a dead bedroom if you build your marriage on them. Lie number 1, if she's godly, attraction doesn't really matter. You're told, bro, just marry a woman with character. Looks don't matter. Character is not negotiable, but you're not more holy just because you marry a woman you're not drawn to. You're dishonest. Over time, that can turn into the P word, can turn into distance, can turn into resentment, bitterness, or even adultery.
And sisters feel that. In a marriage, this is supposed to be the only place you can gratify your sexual needs and desires. But instead, she feels like her husband is enduring the experience instead of enjoying it with her. That doesn't mean that you are a bad guy. It just means that you guys are not an honest match. Calling that obedience to God is an insult to you guys.
Lie number 2. Once we get married, the attraction and intimacy will just show up. If you're already unsure, already not attracted, marriage is not a magical switch. Intimacy in marriages is typically an amplifier of what you have, not a replacement for what you refuse to build.
Lie number 3. Talking about sex and attraction before marriage feels dirty or unspiritual. So Christian couples talk about everything before marriage except body, desire, and expectations in marriage. Then they act surprised when later on there is confusion, shame, and mismatch. Silence doesn't create purity, it just creates confusion.
So what do you do about this fear? You don't just pray it away. You ask better questions before you get married. Here are 3 questions I want every Christian man to ask before he proposes. Question 1, am I honestly attracted to this woman? Physically, spiritually, and emotionally. Not, could I maybe learn to be attracted if I squint and I fast for 40 days? I mean, when she walks in a room, do you want her? Do you enjoy her face, her voice, and her presence? You don't need Hollywood lust, but you do need real desire. If the answer is she's an amazing Christian, but I feel more like her big brother, that's a red flag, not a sign to get married to her.
Question 2, can we talk about sex and attraction without feeling shame or shutting down? You don't need graphic conversations, but you do need honest ones. Can you say things like, physical attraction is important to me in a marriage? Or, I value us taking care of both of our bodies. Or, here are things that makes me feel desired as a wife or as a husband. If every time sex and attraction comes up, one of you gets defensive, shuts it down, or straight up throwing Bible verses at one another like grenades, it's just not gonna magically fix itself on the honeymoon.
Question number 3, are we both willing to steward our bodies and desire long term? Nobody's body stays 25 forever, but there is a big difference between aging and not caring. Does she care about her health, hygiene, and appearance in a way that matches what she's asking of a husband? Do you care? Are you asking for a fit, feminine, attractive wife while you refuse to steward your own body? A marriage with life in the bedroom is typically built by 2 people who keep choosing each other over time, spiritually, physically, and emotionally.
So if you're thinking, ooh, that is exactly my fear, hear us out. That fear is a warning light. It's not a curse. It's actually God inviting you and encouraging you to make wiser, braver, and more honest decisions before you get on one knee.
If you're a Christian man who loves Jesus, your career is in order, but you're struggling dating, that's exactly why we built the 6-month Godly Wife Blueprint Mentorship Program, where we walk you through a process week by week over 6 months to transforming you into the man that God made you to be to attract an attractive godly wife. If you're interested in learning more, book a free call. Links are in the description. And hey, if you want a community of other guys that are on the same journey to finding a wife with you, you can connect, hang out, ask questions, and also have exclusive weekly calls with me involved. Hey, in the comment section, I'm gonna attach a link to the husband and training community. Feel free to join.
So don't just fear a dead, sexless Christian marriage. Do the work now so that you can actually build a marriage that would be a blessing to you.
Amen. Love you guys. You guys stay blessed, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.